Oh, we're ready. Let's fucking rock. Look at this. Holding on to a hero? Oh, fuck. Oh. Is that too dark? That is way too dark. Damn. Salty nightmares. All right, look, we got this cool outfit now. We got a cool sword. Let's go get that ultimate weapon. I could actually use some potions.
Buying, I'm selling.
You're buying, I'm selling. What are you buying?
Here you go. Ta.
Thank you, my kind, good man.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the
What?
flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield. You're mistaken. Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And
Damn.
now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well. My bearers?
His bears. He has like 5 bears.
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families.
Damn.
When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
She's also
Never
marked.
returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return
The duchies? Snoo?
to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So
You're
they've
damn
been
right.
here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me.
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long.
Yeah.
But still,
Hello,
I would
too long.
ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
You got it, dude. I got about to go talk to this old man.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Oh, he's not here. Oh no, did something happen? Probably gone.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Hey, old man, have you seen the other old man?
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the
Final
day.
Fantasy?
Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Damn, so he's gone crazy.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
The old man has gone crazy.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. I never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. Oh, the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me.
Don't
Telling you
worry.
what you already know. I'm sorry.
We'll take care of
I'm
the
afraid I
Duchess.
can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Oh, hold on a mo. Patrick the Chocobo Keeper might know where your bearer is. He's taken the old boy under his wing, so to speak. You should go and have a word with him. He'll be in the stables.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
Patrick.
I'm sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Jill Valentine? I wish.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
Damn
that's
right.
the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
Don't worry, old man. We'll go get him. I have a dog with me.
Hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
I got a big dog with me. He's a wolf.
Drink up now.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
I drink up now, my children. Oh man, am I gonna fight a freaking dragon again? No, wait. No, you know what? Let's go. Oh no.
There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
Just to the rescue.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Uh oh, he might jump. Oh, Torgal, what the hell? No, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. It all worked out in the end. I thought more monsters were gonna show up. Or at least a boss. Boss time. Paw Patrol to the rescue. It's true.
All right, my friend. Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
He remembers.
Not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Good guy, Clive. That's good though. Even though he's old and lost. Memories lost anyways. At least Clive.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I
Pretty
even
bad.
petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well,
Anonymous?
my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Anonymous penguin. Shit. Any more quests? Nope. We're good to go.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is
Damn.
drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
I suppose. Oh, is this a dungeon? It's dungeon time, baby.
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
Guess not going in there for me. Probably where the ultimate weapon is.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
I think Torgal is tired. Look at him. I'll pet you. I guess I can't pet you. This location said
I
nah.
can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took
No
it.
petting.
I remember. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I am so afraid. Oh, they held hands. That's a lewd.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
Buried memories.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone? What is it, Torgal?
It's a beast.
Clive.
It's Joshua.
That's him. He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know. Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Here it was.
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where the hell did he go?
You went
Perhaps he
inside,
went
maybe.
inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Dun dun dun.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Nope.
Nevermore.
Good job, Clive. You just opened up a whole warm of cans. And we're gonna get our asses kicked now.
Another gate. Let's see if this one opens. Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
You could hardly call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Someone's been keeping up.
Jill?
Jill, be ready.
What do we do?
The usual.
What the fuck? More?
More trouble.
Whoa, these ones have lightsabers?
It's over. How can these things still function?
How can any of this? This must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
Man, I really love the combat in this game.
There, boy!
Bork, bork, bork. That's the only thing this wolf knows how to say. Hey Penguin, doesn't this remind you of the Omega ruins in Final Fantasy X, kind of? Ooh, look at this guy.
Looks like you can take a beating.
Then let's give it one.
Alright.
Not this time.
Put that shield down, you fuck. Oh, you crazy, crazy guy.
Not this time.
Oh, baby, look at that. Come here.
Too slow.
Does any of this make sense to you?
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
The hooded man. It does, yeah. I done told you.
Hell are they?
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Holy hell. Come here, slut. Dude, come here. Fuck. Well, at least fire doesn't heal them. Fuck.
It's over.
Would Joshua have had to run this gauntlet too?
No. At least not that I ever heard about. I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Ain't that the truth?
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect. Could the hooded man really have taken this path?
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
Not this time. Don't let them get away. Garuk! Not this time. Not this time.
Yeah, achievement.
Keep your distance, boy.
Damn. Man, I don't know what I was doing there, but I was messing up. Got him. Big lightsabers, yeah. Heal me, Torgal.
Look out! There's more of them.
They'll fall like the rest. Stay down. It's over. Stay down.
Whoa. Might need to use more potions. Actually, no, I can use one now. Okay. Oh, we made it. Where did we make it to? I'm not sure, but we're about to find out.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. Is that Bahamut? A giant knight.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Hmm.
Don't let them get away. Not this time.
Iron giant.
Too slow.
Yeah, let's do this now. What the fuck? Oh.
Not this time.
It's drawing in energy.
Not for long, it isn't. With me. There. It's down.
This is our chance.
Damn, 11,000 damage. Ah, I used it too soon. Yeah, I used it too soon.
My wounds, boy. Not this time.
Oof.
Give them all you've got, boy. Too slow.
Damn.
Clive, you're wounded.
Torval.
Stand fast.
There's a good boy.
Hey, you fuck.
It's over.
Got him. Good, good, good. Look at all this stuff. Hell yeah.
It's done.
Or is it?
What are these creatures? And why do they keep attacking us?
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their home. Jill, look.
Is that some kind of mural?
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
Oh, guns. Wicked? Wicked Wheel? Wicked Penguin? Fuck.
All right then.
What are you doing, man? I guess he's just a regular enemy. I missed.
Not this time. Too slow. Not this time. Not this time.
Holy hell.
That my wounds, boy. Too slow.
Take this.
What the hell was that thing?
We got combos, boys.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
Look out! It's over.
Work, work. That's what dog says.
What have we here?
Another fallen wonder.
Wait, didn't we just come from that side? Ah, we're lighting up the middle. Makes sense, makes sense.
Lights.
Well, that did something.
The light will guide your way. Always has, always will. Torgo, relax. It's just lights. Another boss time? Here we go.
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
all seems to lead to this room.
And look what's in it.
The Phoenix.
How old do you suppose this is?
It's not a Phoenix.
1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god?
Looks like Ifrit and Phoenix fused together. Kind of like after the Benedicta fight.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
Damn.
What?
Time to fight myself.
I'm back. Joshua!
Oof. Oof.
Stop it!
I remember this fight.
Stop! I did this. I killed him.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
Joshua. I'm sorry. I failed you.
Joshua died. I killed him.
And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran. From everything.
And now? Are you ready to accept the truth?
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace. fits me. I will press on. Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
Oh, fuck. Can fire damage him though. Yeah, looks like it. Oh god. You're mine now, Ifrit. What the fuck? Yes.
Still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
Flames to me!
Not this time.
Ooh. Accept the Clive.
What?
Berserker armor. Nice.
I see. You'd have me learn by example. Too slow.
I'm standing on some shit. Holy hell. Alright, we're good.
Too slow. Not this time. Not this time.
That actually hit me? Hell no. Oh hell no. Focus up, Clive.
No escape, eh? It's all right. I'm done running from you. together, then. It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
Ooh, a limit break? Freaking Final Fantasy XIV, let's do this.
Show yourself, Ifrit. Not this time.
This is a Phoenix though. Oh, we in hell now, boys. Ifrit. I fear you not. Not anymore.
Enough. I know the truth of it now. You are not afraid. I am.
Kaiju battle, baby. Damn. Oh, we're about to rip that arm off. And every other limb. So sick. This is so sick. Let me tell you something. Video games are awesome. I mean, you don't need to hear that from me, but shit. Fire shard. Ooh. There where you belong. In my memories. I thought he was gonna become a friend, but shit. Not with that laughter. Acceptance.
Clive, are you all right?
Glove.
Jill. It's nothing. I'll be fine.
What?
No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
He was never here.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too. There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
Well, well, well.
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
I'm traveling. Meanwhile, Castle Dazbolg.
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? I'll find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. No!
Yes, my lord.
Is this Benedicta's head? Or am I missing something?
Benedicta.
Damn, I really wanted to see what was in there. Unless that thing itself was the answer, I have no idea what it is. The meaning of life. Hakuna Matata. Ifrit awoken. Clive has gained control of the icon Ifrit, allowing access to new iconic abilities such as Ignition, a fiery launch that drives enemies back while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the limit break gauge. Slots for Ifrit's abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix and can be confirmed via the abilities tab menu. The limit break gauge is located between Clive's HP bar. Releases Clive's inner beast, semi-prime into Ifrit by pressing 300 when the gauge is full. The gauge fills in during battle by taking damage as well as successfully performing offensive and defensive maneuvers. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attacks, potency, and speed. Gradual HP.
So, what next?
I see.
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
Alright, we should arrange an introduction then.
Okay, quick time out. I need... I return. Ifrit channeled. Damn. Oh, that's pretty cool. God, this one's cool, but shit. I don't know. Might have to wait a little bit. Can I just teleport? No, I can't. Meaning I might get in a fight right now with the big boss. Like maybe Titan, perhaps? Hmm.
What is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
Oh no, is the town being attacked? Nothing good ever happens when Torgal growls. You motherfuckers.
What happened here?
Imperials. You'll pay for this.
We got a live one.
What are you doing here? Answer me!
Show you a live one.
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
He got injured from way out there. Nice. Torgo, what are you doing out here, man? It's dangerous to go alone. Chill, you. Ruined my combo.
Thought you could escape us, did you, Brandon? You were born as slaves, and you'll die one. Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs? We're innocent people!
Ooh, baby. Here we go.
Someone heal me, damn it!
Put them all to the sword! Pharaoh or no!
Damn, that's hella rude. Look at all that blood.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them.
What the fuck?
By Empress Annabella's command!
That's a huge bitch.
My mother ordered this. Why?
Clive,
I know. They can wait.
Ooh, there we go. Oh, Mama's army's gonna going down. He's not gonna be happy.
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
Damn.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
Mother knows that he's around.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers.
Hmm.
The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav.
You're damn right.
We want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Oh, we gotta.
Lead me to your nest. Lord Cook has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
We got a little spy. Off with his head. Ah, here we go. Time to upgrade my shit.
Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
Yes? What?
Hmm?
Go on, then.
Well, nothing from
Finished,
you.
are ya?
Well? So, what'll it be? And?
Nothing, huh? Reinforce?
Make it quick. What do you want?
No reinforcing the shit that I have on, huh?
And?
And?
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breathe.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness, and in turn salvation, can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Cid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Yep.
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
Hand holding in my video games?
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
I don't think that's a good plan. Earlier that day,
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
my lord.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
Well, I don't know. Now you put it that way.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion.
Calm down, Vladimir.
This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you
Bahamut?
command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mine from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Oh, but they did.
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Yep.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
You're damn right.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Aye.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
There we go. Look at that. More items. A new recipe.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Cid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Otto.
Can I see I'm busy here? So, will it be?
Yes, I can see that. All right, I'm gonna have to sadly get rid of the blade I have now.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
That it?
Wanted to send a message. Most likely.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Cid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Cid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Cid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Cid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Huh. Ain't that the truth?
Sure he doesn't. The letter won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
He's never this. Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. And you know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Ex-soldier.
Might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
I guess I can.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Dun, 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 dun. Damn.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open. Good. Looks like I'm in the right area. More of the lost supplies. I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far. Might as well ask her.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea.
Targo, is that you?
You never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
Sandberg. San Bernardino.
Back, are ya? Did Master Quentin summon you?
The shad's all salted and smoked, but it'll be an age before.
Oh, there he is. Give me that letter, dog. You don't know how to read.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. But he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
A whole day on the line and
How do I get over there? Just go across, I guess.
But what'll we do for supper?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing up?
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
Sun's setting fast.
Quentin.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege.
Oh, this guy.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm
Damn
looking
it,
for
Toby.
a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Yeah, maybe.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
Left for me.
Can I have another cup, Daddy? Oi. Well, look who we got here.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Quentin. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, look, we got little ones here.
Why am I not surprised? Not this time.
That's enough of that. Oh, come on. Oh, what the fuck? He's still not. Wait, did I equip the new weapon I got? Yeah, oh, that looks sick. I didn't even notice it. Hey, who the hell is Randall? Oh, there you are. Yeah, he's dead.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
But how did the grocer know his dog?
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
Poor
A
fool.
while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Thank you, kind sir. The he did way? He did our way?
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Good enough. Kez. Sorry, damn.
To send a message.
Maybe I should just own it. Oh, there you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
Underworld's for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver.
And her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
There's...
Ooh.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dane. And it's the Dane who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman? Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
A woman. What are you looking at? Stop staring at me. Item reports are not available for viewing. By speaking to Goot, Italian counter, the Gooch?
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Good, my friend. There's a gooch.